Is there anything more surprising than a global idol, a BTS member known as Kim Taehyung or V, suddenly standing in the middle of the biggest baseball field in America, Dodger Stadium, to throw the ceremonial first pitch of a historic event? That question now fills the minds of millions of fans around the world, especially when Jungkook's name is mentioned in various emotional reactions following the shocking announcement. Why can such a simple moment as the first pitch make the entire world wait with bated breath? And what exactly did Jungkook feel when he found out that his friend, as well as groupmate, would stand at the global spotlight in a way no one ever imagined before? This official announcement came through a post on X, a platform that became witness to both excitement and emotional panic among ARMY. Taehyung, who has always been known for his charm on stage, is now confirmed to stand on the pitcher's mound of Dodger Stadium on August 25th. A short video showing him practicing his throw with the caption, "So this is insane," stunned the public. Those words seemed not only to reflect Taehyung himself, but also the feelings now experienced by millions of his fans. But behind that euphoria, one figure whose name is most often tied to this moment is Jungkook. Why is Jungkook's reaction so anticipated? Is there something bigger hidden behind that emotion? Dodger Stadium is not just a sports arena. This stadium is an American cultural icon, a place where sports history, celebrities, even cultural diplomacy often meet. Now, with Taehyung's presence, a new bridge is built between K-pop and American sports culture. For fans, this is not just a ball throw. It is the representation of how a young man from South Korea, once known only for his deep voice, now steps onto an entirely different stage, shaking millions of hearts. Jungkook, who is known to be very close to Taehyung, was reported to be touched by this news. The question is that emotion merely pride, or are there other feelings hidden behind it? The world now awaits that big day with full curiosity. What will Taehyung's expression be when standing on the field? How will the cheers of thousands of spectators at Los Angeles' largest stadium welcome him? And just as importantly, how will Jungkook react when he sees his friend become the center of global attention in an event so different from a concert stage? Close sources to BTS revealed that Jungkook followed every preparation of Taehyung, even watching his practice video. When asked for a comment, Jungkook only smiled and briefly said that he was proud and touched. Those words were simple, but their meaning deep. A Jungkook who rarely expresses his feelings directly now did not hesitate to reveal his pride for Taehyung. But behind it all, a bigger question arises. Is this moment just a symbol of friendship, or a sign that their bond is deeper than what the public has always known? BTS fans have long spoken about the emotional connection between Jungkook and Taehyung. Now, when Taehyung steps onto the world sports stage, Jungkook seems to be present as an emotional witness, someone who is not only a fellow performer on the music stage, but also a brother who feels profound pride for his friend's achievement. Speaking of Dodger Stadium, this ceremonial first pitch is not merely formality. In American baseball tradition, the first pitch is an honor usually given to influential figures, big celebrities, or those with special meaning to the community. When Taehyung's name was announced, it was clear that the world now sees him as a figure who transcends K-pop. This is what makes this news even more emotional. A young man from Daegu has now become a symbol of cultural intersection between South Korea and America. Are we witnessing the birth of a new global icon who is not only limited to music, but also cultural diplomacy? Jungkook himself is no stranger to big moments. He has performed many times on the world stage, from the opening ceremony of the World Cup to solo performances that shook the globe. But this time, he chose to stay behind the scenes, giving full support to Taehyung. Fans considered Jungkook's attitude as a sign of maturity, that even though he is also a global star, he has no hesitation to give the full spotlight to his friend. Many wonder, is this a sign that their bond is growing closer, even stronger than before? August 25th is now no longer just a baseball game. It has turned into a symbol of ARMY pride, a day when Taehyung will carve history at Dodger Stadium, and Jungkook will be the emotional witness whose reaction is awaited by the entire world. Not a few have argued that Jungkook's expression when seeing Taehyung will become the next viral moment. TV cameras, social media, and fans will highlight every second of that reaction. The question is, will Jungkook hold back his tears, or will he allow his emotions to be seen clearly before the world? Every time BTS is involved in a historic moment, there is always a surprise that emerges. And this time, that surprise comes from the unique combination of music and sports. Taehyung with his calm charisma and Jungkook with his sincere emotional reaction create a story that cannot be rewritten. Is this only the beginning of a series of global moments that will involve both of them? Fans are already speculating. Could it be that after Dodger Stadium, Taehyung will perform at other major sports events, maybe the Super Bowl or the Olympics? And if that happens, will Jungkook once again be the emotional witness, or perhaps take part directly? Now, what remains is only waiting. Every second leading to August 25th is filled with curiosity, pride, and emotion. The world will see Taehyung step onto Dodger Stadium, throw the first ball that will be recorded in history, while millions of eyes await Jungkook's reaction. Will he be touched to the point of tears? Will he cheer loudly from the stands? Or maybe, quietly, he will only smile meaningfully, remembering all the long journeys they have gone through together? One thing is certain, this moment is not just a throw. This is a story of friendship, pride, and love between two figures who have changed the face of world music. And when that ball flies through the air of Dodger Stadium, the entire world will know that history is being created, a history that will always be remembered not only by baseball fans, but also by millions of ARMY waiting with trembling hearts. But the question that is now more frequently echoed is, why is this first pitch moment so special? Why, when Taehyung's name was announced, did the world seem to stop for a moment and Jungkook's reaction became an inseparable part of the story? The answer lies in a deeper symbolism. The first pitch in an American baseball game is not merely a hand gesture throwing a ball. It is a cultural statement, a sign of honor, and a moment that reflects who is considered worthy to represent such a large-scale event. By choosing Taehyung, Dodger Stadium is not only inviting a K-pop star, but presenting a figure who now stands at the forefront of the world's cultural crossroads. And of course, Jungkook understands that. His reaction is not just personal pride toward a friend, but a reflection of BTS's long journey as a group that was once only considered an Asian phenomenon, now transformed into a global one. When the camera captures Jungkook's face later in the stands or behind the scenes, the world will see more than just a smile. The world will see how a friend feels the vibrations of history being created by his companion. The question is the world ready to witness Jungkook's emotional side that perhaps has never been so clearly displayed before? For ARMY, every detail becomes important. How Taehyung swings his arm, how his expression looks when the ball flies, until how Jungkook reacts after that pitch. All will be discussed, analyzed, even possibly made into a symbol for the friendship they have built for more than a decade. Many speculate that Taehyung and Jungkook have already given encouragement to each other privately before the official announcement. Unofficial sources even mention that Jungkook gave input during Taehyung's practice, although it was not shown publicly. If this rumor is true, then Jungkook's involvement is much deeper than what is visible, and this will only add more emotional intensity to that historic moment. Of course, the global public reaction is no less dramatic. Media in America, Korea, and Europe have already highlighted this news with big headlines. They are not only talking about the fact that Taehyung will appear at Dodger Stadium, but also linking this event to the trend of South Korea's cultural diplomacy. If previously dramas, films, and K-pop music had already become powerful diplomatic tools, now sports has become a new space for this cultural expansion. Taehyung with his pitch and Jungkook with his emotional reaction both become part of a grand narrative. How BTS not only leads the music stage, but also builds cultural bridges that grow even wider. Yet behind all the spotlight, there also arises a number of controversial questions. Why was Taehyung chosen, not Jungkook or other BTS members? Is there a special reason why the organizers preferred a calm figure like V compared to Jungkook, who is known to be more expressive? Is this a strategy to highlight Taehyung's elegant and charismatic side, while Jungkook's emotional reaction will become the bonus that adds dramatization to the event? Or is this actually a signal that Taehyung's individual career is being directed to a different global path, perhaps broader than just music? These questions cannot be ignored, because every step of BTS is always full of meaning. If Taehyung opens a new path through sports, it is not impossible that Jungkook will soon follow in his own way, perhaps through an even bigger international music collaboration, or even another cultural project. And if both step forward together but on different paths, the world will witness how their bond remains intact even though their career focus begins to branch. This is where Jungkook's true emotion lies. He is not only proud to see Taehyung stand at Dodger Stadium, but also deeply moved because he realizes that their journey as friends and bandmates is entering a new chapter that cannot be predicted. Dodger Stadium itself seems destined to be the perfect stage for this grand narrative. Imagine thousands of spectators screaming, television cameras capturing every detail, and millions of ARMY worldwide watching through live broadcasts. In an instant, that moment will spread on social media, go viral, and perhaps break replay records. Every expression of Taehyung, every second of Jungkook's reaction will be cut into short clips, giving clickbait titles, and then spread across the globe. And from there, this emotional narrative will continue to grow, becoming a new legend that ARMY will never forget.